Hello everybody, welcome to iExamBee's Legal Bee. This is Amrita, your law faculty here at iExamBee. In this video today we are going to discuss about the next exercise from the series that I have started recently at Legal Bee, Learn Drafting and Pleading, and also we are going to discuss a question that I will be giving you and you have to draft a written statement for that. Exercise number 2 I'm going to start in this video today, that is how to draft a written statement. सो डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब टू लीगल बी. अगर आपने इस सीरीज़ के या बाकी कोई भी वीडियोस मिस कर दिए हैं सो डू चेक आउट द प्लेलिस्ट सेक्शन ऑफ दिस चैनल दैट इज लीगल बी. एंड अगर आपकी कोई भी क्वेरीज हैं यू कैन राइट टू अस इन द कमेंट सेक्शन ऑफ दिस वीडियो और रीच आउट टू अस ऑन hello@iexambi.com as well. SEBI Grade A Legal Officer course is available at iExamBee's website. Notification आज out हो चुका है 25 vacancies के साथ. So there is a flat 45% off that is going on our online course for SEBI Grade A Legal. इसके भी डिटेल्स आप लोग वेबसाइट पे जाके चेक कर सकते हैं, दैट इज www.iexambi.com, और एल्स यू कैन कॉल ऑन दिस नंबर 9205524028 फॉर मोर डिटेल्स एंड प्रिपेयर 50% फास्टर विद अस एट iExamBee. Drafting and pleading, exercise number 2. How to draft a written statement. We are going to discuss all the peculiarities which a written statement should have in it. How to draft a good written statement. मैं आपके साथ एक sample भी discuss करूँगी and also I will be giving you a question at the end of the video. जैसे मैंने आपको plaint में बताया था कि आपको किस तरीके से उसे draft करना है and how you have to actually mention some very important points which are peculiar in a plaint, and similarly we will do that for written statement as well. Written statement is filed by the defendant. I hope everybody knows the theory behind it. अगर नहीं तो order 8 of CPC को बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ लीजिएगा. When you are filing a written statement you are giving a reply. So remember the reply that you are giving is going to be parawise reply to the plaint. Always remember that. Okay, so first the starting will be similar only. In the court you have to mention the name of the court, name of the parties, plaintiff versus defendant, and then the heading will be like this: written statement on behalf of the defendant. अगर एक से ज़्यादा defendants है and सबका आप defendant एक ही साथ बना रहे हो, written statement एक ही साथ बना रहे हो, you can mention defendant number 1 2 5 1 2 3. Okay, like this you can go ahead and then start with honorable sir. The defendant most humbly submits as under. This is going to be a common line, ये तो होने ही वाली है. And then you can start with your parawise reply. The main thing in a written statement that you have to take care of is that you have to accept the things, that is admit certain facts which you are agreeing with mentioned by the plaintiff, and similarly the facts which you deny you have to specifically deny them. These are certain rules that are mentioned in CPC. इसलिए मैंने कहा कि आप ऑर्डर 8 अच्छे से पढ़ लीजिए बिकॉज ड्राफ्टिंग के लिए आपको बेसिक थियरी पहले पता होना चाहिए. सो यू हैव टू रिप्लाई एवरीथिंग स्पेसिफिकली एंड मेंशन योर पॉइंट्स एज वेल. ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ आपने लिख दिया दैट येस आई डोंट एक्सेप्ट दिस, आई एक्सेप्ट दिस, इतना काफ़ी नहीं है. If you are not accepting any particular fact, you also have to mention the reason behind it. You have to deny it properly and that should be systematically done. Parawise plaint में अगर लिखा है तो आपका reply भी parawise होना चाहिए. This is the main crux which you have to remember when you start writing your written statement. The contents of para number 1 of the plaint is correct and admitted. Now maybe there are some contentions in the first para of the plaint. यहाँ पे हम imagine कर देते हैं जो basic details के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं वो आपको admitted है. So वो admitted fact है तो वो आपको mention करना होगा. Similarly in para number 2 plaint के कुछ points आप deny कर रहे हो for want of knowledge. Now you have to mention the reason that you're not having knowledge about that. That's why you're not accepting that. You are denying that. The plaintiff be put to strict proof of each and every allegation that is made in the para under the reply. Third para, plaint contents are absolutely incorrect and denied. It is specifically denied that plaintiff is owner of suit property. As a matter of fact, Mr. N is the owner of suit property. Whatever the facts are, यहाँ पे facts तो मैंने imaginary discuss किए हैं आपके साथ, but इस तरीके के conditions आ सकते हैं. So इसके लिए आपको plaint बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ना और समझना होता है and you have to reply it in the same fashion as the points are mentioned in plaint. Remember that. And denying something is not that easy. You have to mention the things that this is not the thing, I am denying this specifically with some concrete proof also you can give. मैं ये नहीं कह रही हूँ कि आपको वहाँ पे evidence lead करना है. Concrete proof in the sense आपकी जो story होती है वो थोड़ी reasonable होनी चाहिए. Okay, and with respect to para number 4 of the plaint, it is correct that defendant is in possession of suit property. You are admitting the possession of the defendant, and you are mentioning here that the remaining contents of para under reply are absolutely incorrect and are denied. Now from here onwards, you are starting with your specific denials. Para number 5 to 10. अब हम इमेजिन करते हैं यहाँ पे 10 पैराग्राफ्स हैं प्लेंट के जो हम लोग रिप्लाई कर रहे हैं. सो पैरा नंबर 5 to 10, ईच एंड एवरी एलिगेशन मस्ट बी रिप्लाइड स्पेसिफिकली डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द फैक्ट्स ऑफ द केस. द अबव रिप्लाई ऑन मेरिट्स इज देयरफॉर ओनली इलस्ट्रेटिव. ये तो मैंने आपको इलस्ट्रेटिव बता दिया है. सो आपको सारे पैराग्राफ्स को अच्छे से रिप्लाई करना है. एंड रिटन स्टेटमेंट में आपको एक ही चीज़ का ध्यान रखना है, दैट यू हैव टू डिनाई स्पेसिफिकली. एंड एडमिशन वाले फैक्ट्स तो काफ़ी कम होते हैं जो स्टार्टिंग में बेसिक होते हैं. दैट इज अनडिस्प्यूटेबल. Para number 11 of the plaint is incorrect and it is denied. There is no cause of action in favor of the plaintiff. Obviously, you will be rejecting the cause of action of the plaintiff because you are the defendant. You will be mentioning the reason for that over here. These are the background facts that I have given you. The story you have to frame on your own depending upon the facts of the case. Contents of para number 21 is not admitted. Honorable court has no jurisdiction. Obviously, जैसे मैंने आपको plaint में कहा था कि ये mention करना होगा that the jurisdiction is there. Similarly, the reverse you have to do in case of written statement. There is no jurisdiction to this court. The plaint is not valued properly. The court fees is not paid. Then the present suit is barred by some other act. Now, for example, we have taken over here that section 4 of the Benami Transaction Act, Prohibition Act basically, is attracted over here, and this is barred some other law. So that is a matter of rejection of plaint. तो फिर वो आपको यहाँ पे मेंशन करना बहुत ज़रूरी होता है that this plaint is liable to be dismissed because it is barred by some other law, because it is not proper valued, because this court is not having proper jurisdiction. All the things will be reversed now because you are filing the written statement. So ऐसी कुछ चीज़ें होती है जो written statement में particularly आनी ही चाहिए. Remember, the flow should be like that. In the starting there will be some facts which are very generalized and you admit them. ये generally होता है. And then you come to each and every allegation denials specifically, and then you mention these general points relating to jurisdiction, valuation of suit, court fees, other laws barred, cause of action. ये सारे points आपके towards the end of the written statement आ जाते हैं. Other than that, if you have some additional points which you want to claim before the court, being a defendant, you can mention that in the written statement itself by filing an additional written statement, or you can mention some points. आप ऐसा हेडिंग देकर भी उसको स्टार्ट कर सकते हो. आफ्टर यू कंप्लीट योर डिनायल यू कैन फाइंड इट देयर. या फिर काउंटर क्लेम के बारे में भी आपने सुना होगा. काउंटर क्लेम इज ऑल्सो कवर्ड अंडर CPC. आई वुड सजेस्ट एवरीबडी टू गो थ्रू दैट. वो भी आप यहाँ पे ऐड कर सकते हो आपका रिटन स्टेटमेंट के ये सारे पॉइंट्स होने के बाद. So this is how you have to go about with it. And then of course prayer is going to be added. Similarly, dismiss the suit of the plaintiff. ये तो पहली prayer होनी ही चाहिए. Award costs to the plaintiff. This is also going to be the prayer. Cost to the plaintiff होना चाहिए यहाँ पे, not the defendant. Sorry for this technical error. And pass any other just and equitable order as deemed fit in the interest of justice and oblige. This is going to be the basic prayer which you will have to have in your written statement as well. Similar format है. Most respectfully prayed that this honorable court may be pleased to. Then verification. It goes without saying that you are going to verify all the contents of the paras. Para numbers you can mention over here that are there in the written statement, that it is correct and true to the best of your knowledge, and place date defendant ये तो same ही रहेगा. I have taken a snapshot over here of a real written statement. This is again on behalf of defendant number 2, जैसे उस पर्टिकुलर केस में होगा. फैक्ट्स इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. यहाँ पे सिविल कोर्ट में फाइल हुआ है, यहाँ पे सूट नंबर आएगा, यहाँ पे पार्टीज के नाम आएंगे, यहाँ पे रिटन स्टेटमेंट आएगा, एंड देन यू विल स्टार्ट विद दिस. एंड जनरली ये सब एफिडेविट पर किया जाता है. रिमेंबर दैट आई विल बी डिस्कसिंग हाउ टू ड्राफ्ट एन एफिडेविट इन अ सेपरेट वीडियो आफ्टर दिस एक्सरसाइज नंबर 3. सो वो भी आप लोग वीडियो देख लेना. स्टे ट्यून टू लीगल बी. I will be coming up with that as well, that how you have to draft an affidavit. Remember that all these documents are going to be supported by affidavits. जो भी आप contents दे रहे हो, all these paras will be taken in the form of affidavit because you are swearing on oath that whatever you are mentioning, that is true. And these are the general points, as I told you, that this, for example, we'll take this first point. I say that I am working with the above mentioned organization, municipal corporation, and I have the authority to defend. इस तरीके से भी आप आपका written statement start कर सकते हो by introducing yourself, and then you have understood the contents of the petition and you are filing your reply. Then if you have some points that you have to mention, जैसे कि मैंने आपको कहा, towards the end you can mention not properly evaluated suit. These objections you can raise over here. जैसे मैंने आपको कहा कि स्नैपशॉट में भी मैंने अब इसलिए ये पॉइंट्स यहाँ पे रेफरेंस के लिए दिए हैं ताकि आपको समझ में आ जाए. एक तो आपको पैरावाइज ही लिखना होता है रिटन स्टेटमेंट में भी, एंड दीज आर द पॉइंट्स विच आर वेरी नेसेसरी दैट यू हैव टू mention it towards the end. There are some points which you have to mention in the starting, and everything in written statement should go hand in hand with the plaint. Always remember, plaint को सामने रख के आपको written statement बनाना होता है. Now the question I will give you, I had given you similarly for plaint also on the same facts. I will give you this exercise that you should draft a written statement for the suit for partition and perpetual injunction. Written statement of course आपको defendant के behalf पे file करना होगा. प्लेंट वाला एक्सरसाइज होने के बाद आप सिमिलरली आपका प्लेंट रेफर करके रिटन स्टेटमेंट भी ड्राफ्ट कर सकते हैं. द फैक्ट्स कैन रिमेन सेम. इट कैन बी सिमिलरली डन फॉर सूट फॉर पार्टीशन एंड परपेचुअल इंजंक्शन ओनली, या फिर अगर आप इसको चेंज कर सके खुद का प्रैक्टिस करना चाहते हो, यू कैन डू दैट. आई हैव जस्ट गिवन यू अ डायरेक्शन दैट हाउ यू हैव टू गो अबाउट विद लर्निंग लीगल ड्राफ्टिंग एंड प्लीडिंग. एंड येस, डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब टू लीगल बी as we help you with your own development of your knowledge and skill. And don't forget to subscribe. Prepare 50% faster with us at iExamBee. Thank you everybody.